What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Woods and Waters of Kentucky. I'm out here in the shop tonight. I was just going through some of my family heirlooms that I inherited from my great uncles. They are Belgian made Browning bars. I've got a Sweet 16, a 12, and a light 12. And I'm gonna talk about a couple things about these. I've actually got a YouTube short that I made, so that's what kind of encouraged me to make this video, so I can tag the two together. But what I'm going to cover tonight is I'm going to talk about the Sweet 16, but before I talk about the Sweet 16, I want to talk about these two 12 gauge. These two 12 gauges, one is a light 12, the other one is just a 12. And for some reason, on the light 12, the barrel is longer, and the one on the 12 is shorter. Now, I have no idea if it came like that or if it's possible to swap the barrels out, but I know one is probably 6 inches longer than the other, and it's on the light 12. So that's one question I have. If there's anybody in the comments that can tell me if those two barrels are interchangeable. And number two, I wanted to weigh these with a set of digital scales that I got here, but the results or whatever, I don't know if those would be considered inconclusive results or not. I don't really know what separates the two, making one a few ounces lighter than the other. But when I hold them in my hand, I can't really tell much difference. So I'm gonna weigh both of them just to see if the light 12 is actually lighter than the regular 12. And then on this Sweet 16 here, go ahead and turn this camera around. So this is the Sweet 16. That's the 12. That's the light 12. But on this Sweet 16, this gun was used a lot. My great uncles, they exclusively rabbit hunted back in their younger days. They squirrel hunted too, but they didn't use these Brownings, I don't think, to squirrel hunt with. I think they used them primarily for squirrel hunting. I don't remember them telling me many stories about bird hunting like grouse or quail. I don't think that's something they really did a whole lot of. But back in their day, back in the 70s, 80s, maybe even the 60s, I don't know. But back in their day, they harvested a lot of rabbits and a lot of squirrels. But the rabbits were taken with these Brownings, to my understanding. But anyway, what I was referring to with this Sweet 16 here, I think it may have got used a little bit more than the other two. I don't know, but from what I've gathered, they did, because they were really fond of 16 gauges anyway, as opposed to the 12 gauge. They loved the 16 gauge for multiple reasons. But one day I remember them telling me a story about the Sweet 16, how it started to malfunction. I don't know what exactly, I can't remember exactly what they said it was doing, but it was like failure to eject or failure to feed, maybe stovepiping them, I don't know, but whatever it was really, I don't know if it was something they did or if it was just a defect, factory defect, but to solve the problem, they ended up putting a nickel inside this cap. And I'm going to take this cap off and I'm going to show you all this nickel. If I can get it off. There it goes. Alrighty, there's the cap. And there's that old nickel. Gotta be careful because I don't, oh heck, there's 2 nickels in there. Three. Yeah. There's 3 nickels in here. All right, I'm gonna set this thing down. For me and my bad hand, end up dropping it. $19.89. $19.85. $19.70. 3 nickels. So it had to have been at least $19.89 when they did that. I just think little things like that's neat. Hopefully it don't matter if they're heads up or tails. I seriously doubt it will. Going back in here. Like I say, I have no earthly idea why or how this fixed whatever issue they were having, but if anybody in the comments knows, I would love to hear or get some feedback on that. So I thought that was really interesting. It's about as tight as I'm gonna be able to get that booger. Well, anyway, that's the story with the Sweet 16 right there. Now, we're going to move on. I'm going to weigh these 2 others just because curiosity is killing me. Hopefully we can do this without breaking anything. Okay. Showing 8 pounds even. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. 8 pounds even. And that was the 12, not the light 12. 8 pounds even. Now let's weigh the light 12. The light 12 is actually heavier. don't know if y'all can see that, but it says 8.21. That's crazy. Let's weigh this Sweet 16 real quick. I feel like it's gonna come in there at about 7 pounds or something. It's dancing all over the place. $7.19. The 12 was 8 pounds even. And the light 12 was like 8.27 or something. And this one was like 7 something. I got some barrels for these things. I'm gonna try to find them. So I got another barrel here, but it's not for the 12 gauge, it's for the 16. And it is one tight. It feels like it's full, or like extra full. I'm gonna have to put it on here. Put it on here and do some shooting with it, because it feels like it would throw a pretty tight pattern. I need to go in my house and look in my other safe and see, make sure I don't have any more barrels for these, but I'm pretty sure I brought them all out here. But yeah, I do know for a fact that this nickel trick works, because I took this 16 gauge on a dove hunt and shot it quite a bit and never had a second's trouble out of it. And I probably shot this thing 100 times easy, because I can't hit a dove to save my life. In this barrel here, I'm pretty sure I researched what the stamps, the symbols on the barrel represented. This is 2 stars with a dash, and I'm pretty sure that's modified. Might be improved cylinder, but I can't remember. But I thought that was my only choice for dove hunting that I had. Or, you know, out of all these Brownings. Of course, this other one here, this is the same. It has a dash and 2 stars. Now this one just has 1 star. And it feels pretty tight. So 1 star must be like full. Anyway, I just thought I'd share a little backstory with you all on the Sweet 16. Hope y'all enjoyed it. And if you have a Browning, a Belgian made Browning bar giving you trouble, you might, if it's a 16 gauge, you might try the nickel trick. that might solve your problem. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. I'd greatly appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.